And I wanted to do a little announcement. So I'm gonna be out of country. Not yet next week. So next Tuesday we're meeting 2 weeks after. It's the 24th and 31st. I will be gone. And unfortunately, I didn't find anyone who could stop for me. I asked a few people and nobody could do it. So I'm gonna have to cancel. So we're still meeting next week, but then 2 weeks are gonna be canceled. Okay, so I'll write an email about it so you guys have it in writing. So you don't have to remember it, but yeah, so next week we're still on. I'm leaving the 20th and coming back November 1st. Okay, so let's start sitting nice and tall. And maybe let's try this little experiment with putting your left hand on the chest and right hand on the belly. And then just take some deep breaths and see where you sort of feel more movement, which hand is moving more. Hi, Nalina. All right, so see where you feel more movement, whether it's in the chest or in the belly. And then we're gonna try to increase the movement in the belly. So reduce the chest breathing and then increase the movement in the belly. So which is the more calming way to breathe, right? The belly breathing calms your nervous system. Hi, Michelle Johnston. So see if you can sort of prevent the chest from rising too much and send the breath down into the belly. And then on the exhale, you can just gently compress the belly back towards the spine. And then release and let the belly rise again. And then coming back on the exhale, flattening the belly. It's still a gentle breath, so you don't need to over effort. Let's see if you can send it more deep down into the lower lungs. Great. Awesome. One more breath like that. Perfect. And then release the arms. Come back to your regular breath. And then just to compare how it feels to breathe into the belly, which is more calming. And now we're gonna bring the breath sort of up here, and we're gonna do it by bringing the hands behind your head if you can. So pointing the elbows up. And so it immediately, when you breathe in, right? It immediately brings the breath up here into the chest, which is more stimulating, stimulates your sympathetic nervous system. So if you're, feeling really tired in the afternoon, instead of a coffee, you could do this. But if you don't do this too much, if you want to go for a nap. So just, bringing the elbows up and taking those deep breaths, feeling the breath coming up towards the collarbones, really expanding your chest. Even do a little back bend to add some more stimulation. And take those nice big deep breaths. Yeah, so this would be good if you're feeling sluggish or kind of depressed. Just taking a few breaths like this. It immediately brings your energy up versus the belly breathing, which is more calming and rest and digest. All right, so yeah, we have these tools in yoga we can use to help us with energy balancing. Okay, and then back to regular breathing, and we'll do some shoulder circles. Great. And then bring the arms out to the side. And then again, bring the bend of the elbow, touch the back of the head, and then we'll straighten up. Great. And then relax the arms. And we're gonna do one more exercise to sort of open the chest. So you're gonna point the elbows back, right? So elbows back, and then the whole arm, straight arm points back. So you push the arms back. And then you do again, elbows back, and whole arm back. And elbows, and whole arm. Good, let's do one more time, elbows, and whole arms. Good, and then release. Let's do some side bends, so reaching down on the side. And then send the breath into this left lung. Stretch those intercostal muscles. Nice, deep breath into that side. And then rolling back up. And then we'll do the other side. So rolling down on the right, on the left, and then breathing into the right lung, your right lung. Feel the little muscles expand as you breathe in. And then back up. Good, and then we're gonna go down again. So drop the right arm down. And then you're gonna lift the left arm up as if you were pulled apart. So someone's pulling you up towards the ceiling and down towards the ground. And then back up. And another side. So reach down and then reach up at the same time. Yeah, don't overdo it now, Lena. Be gentle with your shoulder. You can always, drop that arm down if possible. Good. All right. And I'm gonna come back to seated posture, nice tall posture. And we'll go forward. So hinging at the hips, coming down. For a forward fold. And then inhale back up. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Don't do it with me just yet. I'm gonna show you. Okay, so look. So we're gonna come down on one long exhale, and then we're gonna inhale in 3 stages, coming up, 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 in the stages as well. So exhaling down, and then you're gonna go in, and then last one in all the way to seated. Right? So you're keeping the nice long spine. Exhale down in one long smooth exhale, and then you're gonna go in 1/3, in, sip the air in, and then all the way up. Right? So you're sipping in 3 stages, and then exhaling down. And then in, long spine, in, and then all the way up. So again, this would be a slightly stimulating practice when you work with the inhale, it's stimulating. But we all need it after lunch. Okay, and then again, 1/3 inhale, 1/3 inhale, And last third inhale. Good. Very good. Okay. And then we're gonna go sort of in the middle, about 45 degrees forward. And then you're gonna push the elbows back. It looks like this. I'm gonna go outside right here. Okay, so it's kind of like a cobra. So normally cobra is on the belly. Here, right? So opening the chest, lifting the heart, maybe arching the upper back a little bit, and slightly looking up, not too far up, but slightly up. So lift the chin just a bit. Good. Excellent. And then release. Ooh, it's so cold today. Windy. Okay. So let's inhale, arms up. And then exhale. Start bringing your right knee into your chest. And then inhale. Nice slow inhale. And then exhale. Bring in the other knee. So as you're compressing the belly, right, you're exhaling. And then inhale as the belly frees up. And exhale, squeeze that leg in, massaging the abdominal cavity. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Livia. Can't decide what she wants. Good. All right. And then we're going to go in a circle with upper body. So going forward and then side and back and side. Awesome. Okay. And then let's go the other direction. Which way did I go? This way. Nice work. Perfect. Okay. And then let's work the legs like we always do. So straightening and bending. Push through the heel, point the toes up. Feel the stretch in the calves. Nice. Okay. So if you have the band, I'm gonna put it around the right leg, right foot. And so you can hold it sort of pretty low on the band. Your leg is strong, and so when you straighten, you feel that resistance of the band, right? And then bring it closer, the heel towards your sit down, and push, and bend, and push, bend and push, bend and push. So work against that resistance. Good. And then we'll keep it straight. And then we'll just point and flex with that foot. Flex and point. Flex and point. Straight leg, straight knee. Good, and then try to do even a circle with that foot against that band. Circling the foot. And reverse, go the other direction. Perfect. All right, and then let's do the rowing. So either leg straight, or if you are sitting close to the edge, you can drop the heel down. And then nice tall posture, right? So you're not collapsing like this, but nice tall spine. And then you're gonna pull on the band. Pull back, elbows go back behind you. Pull. And think about bringing your fist towards your lower ribs. So you're not going up here, because that kind of forces you to lift your shoulders, which we don't want to. So bring those fists towards your lower ribs. Yeah, and you can, now Lena, you could just do it without the band too, if it's too much for your shoulder now. So sort of pretending that movement. Okay, so feel that resistance, pull against it. All right. Okay, nice work. Okay, let's really relax those arms, relax the leg. And then we'll just do one more on the side. And that's gonna be the in and out. So you can hold it maybe with both hands, and then you can try to cross the midline and then open out to the side. And cross and open. Cross and open. Cross, open, cross, open. Perfect. And then maybe you're gonna try to hold it out to the side. So I find it easier to sort of reach for lower on the strap, and then it kind of pulls the leg up, so I don't have to hold it up. And then sitting nice and tall. Again, you don't want to lift your shoulders, right? So shoulders away from your ears. And you're using your spinal muscles to sit nice and erect. You're breathing, nice, smooth, long breaths. Perfect. And release. Okay, and then we're gonna try the other leg. Okay, so again, find that nice tall posture, and then we'll do, and then straighten. So again, I'm holding it closer to my leg, not at the, if I hold it at the end, there's no resistance, right? So I want more resistance. So I'm gonna hold it lower. And try to not only do this, right, where you're bending at the knee, but also to lift the knee up and bring the heel closer to the chair. Because that way you're working the hip flexors as well. And this is such an important movement, right? To put on your shoes or socks or pants. And so, yeah, I've been working with some people who privately were, they're having trouble to putting on pants because they can't do this. So let's, yeah, we'll finish this sequence, and then we can try working on that movement with some marching. So now let's straighten the leg and then point and flex that foot. So push against the band and then pull the toes closer to your shin. And then we're doing those circles with the foot. And reverse. Perfect. Okay, and then either propping up the heel, or if your thigh is supported, you can sit like this. And we'll do the rows. So now the arms and the back is working, not the leg. So you're pulling on it, getting those elbows back behind you, and then release. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Good. And then let's do the out and in. Hold it with both legs. And then we're moving at the hip joint, right? Great. And after we've done a few, we're gonna hold the leg out to the side. So you're gonna feel that stretch in the inner thigh here. But you also have to work the core, right? Because otherwise, especially if you hold low on the band, if I disengage my core, this is what's gonna happen, right? It pulls me to the side. So I have to engage here to pull myself away. And then maybe reaching that arm out to the side. Sitting nice and tall, not collapse, but low back in and up, just up. Perfect. And then release. All right. So I think we did all of them. So yeah, let's work on that, putting on the socks, putting on the pants. So let's do this nice big lift. Try to get that foot closer to you. Maybe you can even tap it. Tap it. Tap it. Ooh, so dark. What's going on? Can you guys see me well? Is this better? Okay, so lift, 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 lift. Yeah, and you know, if it's sort of hard, like you have your belly in the way, you kind of have to open the leg out to the side a little bit, right? So you don't go straight in. So you make space for the belly by going out to the side. Good. Okay. And then let's tie our shoes after we put them in. So we're gonna come down into the forward fold and see if you can reach your foot. If you can reach your foot on one side. And then on the other side. You don't have to if it hurts, okay? Just do your best. So coming down as far as your body allows you to go. All right, nice work. So coming up, taking a few deep breaths here. And then we'll try to step the right leg out, and then the left leg in. And so again, this is going to be for those hip flexors and some other muscles as well. We're going to try to bring the leg in and bring it out. Bring it in, or even cross the midline, bring it out. Bring it in, bring it out. Bring it in, bring it out. Good. And then bring it out as far as you can. And let's do that warrior two movement. So yeah, both feet are out, right? So you're nice big angle here. And then inhaling, reach those arms up and overhead. And exhale, nice big circle down. And breathe in. Take that prana, the life force in with the in-breath. And exhale. And one more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Perfect. And then we'll try to go down that straight leg. Holding the side bend for a few breaths. And back up. And then take that left arm and circle over to the right. So you're getting that stretch from those left toes all the way to the left fingertips. Reaching up towards the ceiling. Yeah, so left arm, Jake, up and over. Yeah, over to the right side. Yeah, so you're opening this side here. Good, and then back to center. Nice arc. Now to the other side. So we'll start with the leg moving in and out on the right. Good, and then keep it out. So warrior two legs. And then inhaling up, big breath in. Yeah, bring your hands together above your head. That's it, nice shake. And then exhale down. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Good. And then we'll slide down that leg. So for that to happen, so you can go, you know, with your side to it, you have to first slightly turn towards left. And then you go sideways. And then again, send the breath between these ribs, opening those little muscles. Yeah, you can bring the arm up and over. Excellent. And then coming back up. And then we'll go with the right arm. We're gonna go over to the left and up. And then slide that right heel away and stretch through the right fingertips. There's not nice long line on the right side. And then back down. Now, Lena, do you have any pain when you do that? No? Okay. Okay. Good. Don't go into anything that hurts, okay, since you have that injury. All right, and then let's bring the legs in. And we'll go for forward fold one more time. And you can, again, you go on your own, in your own range of motion. So maybe you can slide down all the way towards your feet. Maybe you have to stay up here, whatever works. And that's coming up slowly. Good. Okay, so let's try again those stand-ups. So either you're gonna lean forward, nose over toes, and then push into your feet, into your heels, and then maybe get the butt up just a bit, you know, doing this. Lean forward, push down. Lean forward, push down, and lift the butt. Or if you can go all the way, and then all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. So push. You have to get that that heavy head over your toes. And then push down into the floor and straighten the knees. Good, that's it. Nice, Jake. Good. Awesome. Good, and then back down. Or, you know, not going all the way down. Do a few squats up here. So get that butt back and up. And back and up. So the trick is to get the butt back, right? So you don't want to go like this, or the knees go forward. You want to go there. So it's a hip movement back. Yeah, you could practice at the wall, kind of getting the tailbone back towards the wall and tailbone towards the wall, and you know, you're bending the knees for sure, but that way you're taking some weight off the knees, because if you're doing this, it doesn't feel that great. Good. Okay, and if you can't stand for a bit, let's just do mountain pose. It's just an easy pose, or seemingly easy, but you know, and you could do it seated too. Just a nice tall posture, plant through the feet. Possibly the feet are parallel. And turn the palms forward. Yeah, you can do it seated too. So it's nice tall posture. Knees hip distance apart, or feet hip distance apart. And stand nice and tall. Lift through the crown of the head as if there was a string and it was pulling you up by the crown of the head. If you see yourself on the screen, you know, make sure you're not like leaning to one side. Good, and just taking a few deep breaths. Feel the grounding through the feet. And from there, the rebound energy, sort of elongating your spine up. Great, nice tall posture. Stand like a mountain, unshakable mountain. Just get that nice energy from the mountain. Nothing can shake you, whatever happens in your life. You have your core, your calm center. Nice work, good. And then you can release. And then either if you're standing and you're okay with it, maybe holding on or standing behind your chair, doing some calf lifts, or seated, do the heel lift this way. Okay, so either standing, lifting up and down, or here with a little less weight, but you're still working on that range of motion, which is good. Lift as high up as you can. Great. Okay. And so for those of you who can stand, I'm gonna work with the hamstrings a little bit. We're gonna try to bring the heel up while the knee points down, right? So you're not doing this, because you could bring the heel up like that as well, but we're doing this. So you feel it here. So either here, and feeling that engagement here. Yeah, can Jake stand up? Good. Yeah, you know, it's good to do a little bit of standing, so you practice that strength and the stamina. So try to get that heel up and back, standing tall, standing tall. Nice, Helen, good. So you will feel that shortening of the hamstring as you lift that heel up. And the hamstrings in Parkinson's, they tend to be, you know, not as responsive. So doing something with them is always a good idea. Good. And then we can even try holding on to the chair and standing on one leg, lifting that one heel. If it's too much, you could also prop the foot up, but most weight is in one leg. So maintain that nice mountain pose posture, just lifting one leg off the floor or slight touch with your toes. So working that hip here. Yeah, I'm just standing on one leg, good. And then we'll switch sides. The other leg up, or a slight touch with the toes, but most weight is in the left leg, or whichever standing leg you're using now. Perfect. Again, another work for those hip muscles here, the glutes medius, that are important for balance. And so it's going to be lifting the leg straight out to the side without doing this, right? So you're not moving the whole body out to the side like that. You're just trying to lift that leg. Yeah, so you can stand behind your chair, hold on, and then move the leg out to the side. Good, so toes point straight forward. Nice work. Yeah, so you might already start feeling it. And then let's, okay, if you can, let's do a few more squats here. So again, the hips go back, kind of like there's another chair behind you. You want to sit down, right? But you're keeping the chest up, looking straight forward, and then bending and straightening the knees. Okay, and then Jake, if you'd like to sit, you could practice some more of that rocking forward and pushing into your legs. So you're really using those leg muscles, right? Push down with your feet. Push down. And as we stand in the squats, get those hips back. The chest up, look straight forward. And so in a squat, like a textbook squat, your goal is to get the thighs almost parallel to the floor, right? So you're going really low, which, you know, I'm not asking you to do now, but you can challenge yourself to go a little deeper. That way you're gonna start feeling those muscles a little bit more and getting them more strong. So a little bit deeper. Yeah. Great. All right. And then we can go back to the chair. Perfect. Yeah, so, well, I'll try to do a little bit of standing each time. I know it's primarily chair class, but some of the movements are really hard to accomplish in the chair seated. Like the hamstrings, a little hard to do hamstrings, unless you do something like, you know, like sliding a paper plate towards you. You know, that would be a hamstring movement, doing this, shortening this muscle here. Okay, and then let's do the figure 4 stretch. Good for your hips as well, and very functional. So if you can, put your ankle up on top. And then again, sitting nice and tall, right? The tendency, especially if you have tight hips, is to slide down into your low back. Let's see if you can lift up. Nice deep breath. Just really feel, focus on the sensation of the stretch. Where do you feel it? And you know, if you don't feel much in the hip, you could go a little bit further forward, so leaning forward closer to your leg. And that way you intensify the stretch a bit. Perfect. And then we'll do that loosening of that hip joint. So you can use your hand and sort of encourage the knee to go up and down, up and down. Get a little of the up and down movement here. Do you have a question, Michelle?
What can I do as an alternative with my history of dislocations of both hips?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So you could do something like this. So opening, you still get that nice external rotation if that works. Maybe propping up the heel on the chair. So it would be sort of more like a tree pose, right? When we do tree pose, it's that external rotation. Or you could do this movement, just in and out, if that's okay. Or just a little bit of this movement, you know, where you're lifting the heel, kind of like you want to hoist it up, but you don't go as high up. So maybe like this. That works. Good. And then we'll switch sides. So again, if you can, put that ankle up, or do some alternative like this movement, sort of swinging your foot forward and back, or holding that opening. Does that work, Michelle? Yeah?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. And first, just sitting there, finding that length in the spine, finding your breath. Great. And then maybe doing that up and down with the knee, if that's accessible. Perfect. Awesome. And releasing. Okay. Let's practice a little bit more of that belly breathing, and we're gonna try this mudra that supports of the moving of the energy down. So the breath comes down into the belly, and it's so we call that energy apana, the descending energy, and it sort of nourishes your belly, your urinary tract, and your reproductive organs. So it looks like this. So you're gonna bring the pinky and the ring finger together, and then you just open the rest of the finger and you hold them in your lap. Called Dvimukha Mudra. And you just hold it like this. So keep the pinky and the ring finger together. Get them rested in your lap so your shoulders can relax. Now opening the rest of the fingers. And then see if you can again bring that breath down naturally, more into your belly or into the chest. Nice in and out, breathe in and out movement of the breath. Nice and slow. And if from some reason this one is hard for you, you could also try interlacing the fingers and holding kind of sort of like a little basket. I think it's what's called Usha's Mudra. And so again, holding that little basket, interlaced fingers in your lap. And see if you can feel how this mudra brings the energy and breath down in the lower body, the belly and the pelvis. And if you are able, you even bring your awareness to your pelvic floor, which is kind of like a hammock too, that are making with those hands. And so see maybe you can feel the pelvic floor slightly moves with the breath. So as we inhale, the pelvic floor and the diaphragm, they both descend down a little bit. And on the exhale, they both kind of pull up in and up a little bit. So see if you can become aware of the pelvic floor area and maybe relaxing it on the inhale and gently pulling it in on the exhale. And so yeah, that gently pulling in of the pelvic floor, we call that Mula Bandha, and that's like a lock, energetic lock, as well as a little bit of a engagement, physical engagement. But that can be also good for your, for things like incontinence or just if you have any pelvic floor issues. So creating that awareness, that connection to those muscles down there, and then being able to slightly pull them in and out. So that's also another benefit of this. Okay, and then we're gonna release the mudra, and then we're gonna do a little relaxation so you can relax into your chair. And just come back to your natural breath. And just feel your toes and soles of your feet.
Petra, can I tell you one more mudra?
Say it again.
Can I tell you one more mudra? Alom Vilom. It is like this. Put your thumb button, then this. Take the breathing in from one nose. Close the door. I heard this is very good for the Parkinson people.
Yeah, so it's the alternate nostril breathing, right? Yeah, so it's a breathing method through where you're switching from nostrils, inhaling through one nostril, exhaling through the other,
And
inhaling through.
exhaling.
Yeah, that's a great breath
That is
exercise.
that is called Alom Vilom.
Yeah, Anuloma Viloma. I know it is Anuloma Viloma or Nadi Shodhana or alternate nostril breathing. Yeah, there's several different names. Yeah, that's an excellent. For some people, it's kind of hard because if they have a tremor, it's a little hard to hold. But it's a nice calming and balancing breathing technique. Yeah, thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right, get back to our relaxation. So feeling your calf right now and shins. And your knees. And your thighs. And feel your pelvis. And your belly. Feel your low back. And feel your chest. And feel your shoulders. And your arms. Feel your hands. And feel your neck. And your face. And then feel your whole body. Good, and then inhaling. Nice deep breath. Slowly moving your fingers and toes. And just maybe moving a little more, taking a stretch. And then we'll close the class, our little intention setting. Feel free to join. May I be happy.
May I be happy.
May I be healthy.
May I be healthy.
May I be mindful. May I have courage.
May I have courage.
May I have fun.
May I have fun.
And may I treat myself and others with love and compassion.
May I treat myself and others with love and compassion.
And hands to your forehead as a reminder of the power of your thoughts. Hands to your lips as a reminder of the power of your words. And hands to your heart as a reminder of the power of your actions. Thanks, everyone. Great job.
Can I ask what mudras, what's the definition of mudra?
Yeah, so mudra, the word mudra means seal, and it's in yoga, it's hand gestures, where we, use different combination of fingers and position of the hands. So they work with the subtle energy, they direct energy to a certain part of the body. So let's say, we're doing, the belly breathing. So we usually hold it in front of that body. Sometimes some mudras that are directed to the solar plexus, like the fire mudras, that are supposed to help you with digestion and confidence. We usually hold them in front of the solar plexus. So it's the position, and then each finger stands for a different element. So in Ayurveda and Chinese medicine too, the elements play a big role. And so you're through the touch, you're activating all these elements as well. And they also have sort of the psychosomatic meaning, right? Like some of them, like say, I love this mudra, where you interlace the fingers and then you hold them in front of the heart. So that's a mudra that brings the breath more into the chest. So it is slightly stimulating, more maybe than if we hold it here, but it also feels very protective and nourishing for the heart, right? Like it's like you're getting some protection for yourself. So sometimes the mudras have a little bit psychosomatic meaning. So primarily is a way how to work with the subtle energy in yoga, which is a big part of yoga. And we don't always do it here in the West as much. We focus on the physical, on the asanas. You need more time, and people need to be more grounded to work with the subtle energy, including me. So I'm actually now taking another course about that, just to know a little more about it, because it is very powerful. Our teacher now says that just like now physics is discovering that I don't know, I haven't double checked it, but he says that only like 5% of the material world is like what we know as material world is just 5%, and the rest of the cosmos is like dark matter, what we like don't really know, what we can't see. And so he says it's a similar with the body, right? Like we in the West, we focus a lot on the physical, and that's just one layer that in Ayurveda we call about 5, or yoga we call about 5 different bodies. And so the physical, the thing that you can cut and touch, that's just one layer. And then we have the energy body, and we work with breath and the mudras to move energy, to distribute energy, to remove obstacles, so the energy can flow freely. And that way you can actually avoid, so if you have a blockage in the energy body, that over time can manifest as a physical disease. But if you do these yogic practices, you remove the obstacles before they can become a disease. Yeah, so it's a form of working with the energy. Yeah, is that a satisfactory answer?
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, Nalina,
I-
do you have any?
I have a question. What is the use of doing like this?
Yeah, so it's called Dvimukha Mudra. Let me-
Because in yoga I've never heard in India this thing. And
yeah, so I have a
used-
whole book of mudras.
Mhm.
And the course I'm just taking is by this guy who wrote this book. His name is Joseph LePage. He's not from India, but he lives actually in Brazil now. And so I can read you. For each mudra, he has like a description. I'm still sort of a little bit unclear where all these mudras come from. He says that mostly it was yogis in who were, the rishis, like the yogis were in the deep states of meditation, and they sort of came up with these gestures. There's a lot of them, so I don't know if any of those are newer, or if all of them are
No, in India, the Ramdev is one of the famous mudra person and yoga person. And I took one class in yoga, but in India, long time. But nobody has taught me about this. The Alom
Yeah.
Vilom, the other mudras they have, like this one you do it.
Yeah, that's the Jnana Mudra.
This is the mudra they have taught. Then, but this
Yeah,
one I
so-
couldn't.
Yeah, so this is in his book, it's called Dvimukha Mudra, which means gesture of two faces, and it facilitates deep relaxation, supporting the health of the reproductive, urinary, and eliminatory systems, and reduces stress and blood pressure, supports treatment of anxiety and insomnia.
But when you do like this, where you keep it, hands?
Yeah, so you keep it in your lap, so kind of in front of that lower belly, right, where you have the reproductive system. So just resting it on your thighs. Yeah, when you're sitting, you're not holding it in front of you. You rest it on your thighs when you're sitting, right? Like you're rested like this. So he says, symbolically, Dvimukham refers to our own two faces, our limited personality and our limitless true being. In order to relax deeply and completely, we need to release, at least temporarily, our concerns and worries at the level of the personality. This is challenging because the mind is constantly scanning our environment for threats and opportunities. But through cultivating relaxation consciously and taking time to relax regularly, we gradually release this constant vigilance, allowing restoration to become an essential facet of our daily activities. As we learn to relax more deeply.
Can you send me this thing?
Yeah, I can take a picture of it. Yeah, I can send it to you.
And can you please send me? Because in India, I never heard about this mudra. I heard
Yeah,
about
I can send you a picture of it. Are you guys interested? Do you all want to? I can send it to all of you.
I want the description also.
And I'll include the description. Yeah, it's a lot of different mudras, and I love his textbooks because he has a lot of like nice descriptions, and then he has a sort of the guided meditation on the side. This is the picture description and the guided meditation, how to use the mudra. Yeah, so and also how it affects all the 5 different koshas in the body. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
All
it.
right. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
I'll see you
Thank you
guys.
for taking your
Yeah.
time so much, and thank you so much. I really
Yeah. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right.
and my
Yeah.
hand is little becoming better. So today I took out my sling and started doing.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I'm glad for you. Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Bye-bye.
Good. I hope you're
Bye.
healing well. Okay. Bye,
Yeah,
everyone.
thank you very much, and bye everyone.